everyone, welcome back to another episode of DIY Geeky Goodies. My name's Cupquake and I decided to make something geeky for Valentine's Day since it's coming up super quick. I wanted to show you guys something that any gamer would appreciate. It's made from the heart, it's made with love, which makes it 10 times better. So today I want to show you guys how we made this Super Mario Plush Bouquet. So what you're going to need for today is some felt. So for this particular tutorial, I am using red, green, yellow, beige, and white felt. You'll also need a pair of scissors and some needles, also some thread. So I will be using white, yellow, red, beige, and black. You'll also be needing some sort of batting to stuff your plushies and some fabric markers. They come off with water, and also some skewers. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to cut out our felt. I will put this template on our website for you guys. You can visit iHasCupquake.com and print out the templates to make them yourself. So what I'm doing is I traced it on and I went ahead and folded it in half so I don't have to cut this twice. Now I'm just pinning it down so it doesn't move while I cut it. And then you're going to follow the lines that you have made and cut out your little mushroom. So you now have the front and the back. Next, we're going to cut out the little circles of the mushroom. So I'm just eyeballing it. You can use a bottle cap to make a perfect circle, but I am just drawing a circle, and then we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold it in half and cut it out. So now I'm going to place one of these circles in the center, and I'm going to use the other circle for the two outer half circles. So just place it along the edge, draw with your fabric marker, and cut out the half circle. It doesn't really need to be perfect here. You don't need to be exact. I personally like it to look a little more handmade. So now we're grabbing the template for the little mushroom face, and I'm using beige felt for this. So go ahead, trace it out, pin it down, cut it out, and place it right on top of your little red mushroom. So now I grabbed a needle and some beige thread, and I'm going to attach the beige face to the red felt. So for all of the stitches today, I'm using a stitch called the blanket stitch. I will link out to a really helpful tutorial for you guys that explains multiple stitches. You can mix it up and use different stitches you like, but I personally like the way the blanket stitch looks. So once your face is stitched on, go ahead and grab your white felt circles and some white thread with a needle, and we're going to attach the white circles to the mushroom. Once you're done with that, we are going to cut off some of the excess red felt that we have that's overlapping the back side of the face. So we are now ready to do the eyes. So what I'm going to do is just draw two ovals, trying to center it as good as I can. Then we're going to grab some black thread and we're going to do a silk stitch for the eyes. It's a really simple stitch and covers a lot of ground. So if it doesn't look completely the same, don't worry about it. I think it gives it a really cute handmade touch. So go ahead, tie it off in a knot in the back so it doesn't come undone, and do the same thing for the other eye. So I also have some other stencils up on the website as well. We have a stencil for the star, and I'm using yellow felt to make the star, doing the same technique that we did with the mushroom. And I'm also going to be creating some green mushrooms. So just use some green felt and the same template used for the red mushroom. So once you have all of your characters cut out and their little details stitched on, we're going to attach the front face piece to a blank back piece. So for the blank back piece, I'm just using whatever color is the majority of the actual plush. So for the red mushroom, I'll be using red, and I'm using red thread to do a blanket stitch all the way around, just stitching right on the red. Leave the face of the mushroom unsewn because now we're going to stuff it with our batting. So stuff in all the batting, make your mushroom nice and plump, and then once you're happy with how much it's stuffed, we're going to sew it off. And now I'm using the same color as the felt, which is the tan thread, to sew off and finish off the plush. Now I'm gonna stick the skewers inside the base of the plushes so that we can make them into a bouquet. So Carefully stick the skewer in and twist it around. You don't want to stick it in too far because you don't want it sticking out the other end. Once you have all of your plushies attached to the skewers, lay them all out how you would like them to be displayed in your bouquet, and go ahead and tie the ends of the skewers together in a knot with a ribbon. Once you're happy with the placement, grab some tissue paper, and we're just going to wrap these in some tissue paper. So you can really get creative here, customize it to whatever colors you like. You can use cellophane, you can use blue tissue paper, which we used also. And then once you have it nice and folded, you're just going to tie it off with a ribbon again. And that is going to complete our Super Mario plush bouquet. I hope you guys enjoy this and try it out. I know your Valentine will totally appreciate this super unique gift. If you guys do recreate this, I would love to see your iterations. Tweet me your creations with the hashtag CreateCQ because I would love to see everything you do. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you all later. Bye!